toward right center field. Bellinger going back. He'll just watch. It is gone! Trevor Plouffe has walked it off here in the bottom of the 16th inning. My goodness. 5 hours and 55 minutes after it began, the Phils have taken game 2 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, that was the time of game for last night's game that ended actually this morning. 5 hours and 55 minutes, and it was 1:15 when the game ended, and now it's 12:30. So you do the math. It's a pretty quick turnaround. It's Christmas in July here at Citizens Bank Park. Hey, everybody was up early anyway because it was Christmas in July. Yeah, the fans are lined up on the left field side and the third base side to see number 26. Just so you know, he is in the lineup. NBC Sports Philadelphia, the home of the authentic fan. The Dodgers and the Phils, the final game of this 3-game series. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis. Look, he's wide awake for today's ball game. That's because there's nobody home at his house, so he's able to sleep as much as he wanted to. All right, so Jake Arrieta takes the baseball today. Off last night's 16-inning victory. The clubhouse was quiet today, but it was a quiet confidence after last night's win.
As well it should be. A win is a win is a win is a win, and that's what they got last night, or early into this morning, I should say. It was a marathon, to say the least, but the bullpen, 11 innings pitched, just 6 hits and 1 earned run. The punch-outs were through the roof, 12 of them just coming from the bullpen alone. But timely hitting, they were able to get it from Trevor Plouffe. I don't care if it was off a position player, it was timely and it worked.
484 total pitches thrown in last night's game. All right, as we mentioned, today it's Jake Arrieta. So you anticipate with the bullpen being used the way they were last night that you can get some length from Jake Arrieta today.
You sure hope so. Be the man, step up, and give your team some innings out there. He's going to have his work cut out for him because the Dodgers, they make you work. They see a lot of pitches. They foul a lot of balls off. And they don't hit the ball on the ground particularly as much as other teams do. They will hit the ball in the air, but using that good sinker, he can induce some ground balls hopefully today.
All right, so here's some of the some of the numbers against opponents this year. 51 occurrences where the first pitch has been put in play. It's a .412 average. Now, Rick Kranitz told me earlier today that he's okay with that because he wonders how much hard contact is made. And speaking of contact, that's what Arrieta wants. So he wants that first pitch to be put in play. And hopefully the results will be even better today against the Los Angeles Dodgers. It is the final game of this 3-game series. Walker Buehler is back up from the minor leagues to pitch for the Dodgers. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. By Toyota, the Toyota Camry, Highlander, and RAV4 have something for everybody. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. And by Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Learn more at IDX.com. Phil's another series victory. Both bullpens are a little depleted today. Kenley Jansen, though, seems like he's got a little energy. Oh, didn't see that chair there for Matt Kemp.
Traitor!
You can Chase behind him like, what are you doing? Chase, by the way, as we mentioned, is in the starting lineup tonight for the Dodgers. You see Walker Buehler coming in from the bullpen. And speaking of that lineup, it's brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. See Utley batting behind Alex Verdugo. Matt Kemp back in the lineup. He's been hot since the All-Star break, but he was hot before the All-Star break as well. They will face right-hander Jake Arrieta, who is 7-6 with an ERA of 3.47. And despite his struggles at times, including his last start when he went 3 1/3 and allowed 6 hits and 5 runs, his numbers are still pretty good. I mean, he doesn't strike out guys the way he used to, but his ground ball percentage is still the best in all of baseball.
And that's what you want out of the big right-hander. Take a look at the scouting report. He'll sit about 93 with a fastball. Overall numbers against the Dodgers pretty darn good, and they need him to get some innings today, maybe 6 or 7.
Well, Jock Peterson will lead things off for the Dodgers. Overall last night, Plouffe had the best night because he finished the game off, but Peterson had a really good night. He was 4 for 7 with 2 doubles. Facing Arrieta for the 8th time in his career, and the first pitch of the day is fouled back. Well, there you go. There's the first pitch that the Dodgers swung at. I wonder how aggressive they will be. Manny Machado just tried to throw the foul ball into the crowd, and he threw it off the top of the net. Oh, 1 pitch. Breaking ball, 0-2. There's Trevor Plouffe. It's always nice to contribute.
He was a losing pitcher last night.
Kike Hernandez made fun of himself on social media last night. It was kind of odd to see the way both managers handled the end of that game. Dave Roberts alluded to the fact that Rich Hill, who was warming up, that one just missed, 1-2, would have come in if the Dodgers had taken the lead. At least that was his plan. Gabe Kapler, on the other hand, he didn't want to use a position player because he wanted that game.
Yes.
Line drive, base hit for Peterson. A 1-2 pitch that he hooks into right field. So he's aboard. Gabe said after the ball game that Vince Velasquez would have continued on if the Phillies hadn't won the game in the 16th. He said at that point, I felt like we had gone too far not to win the ball game.
He said I felt like I owed it to them because of the way they came back in the game. And I'd like to see one more game of keeping this man in check.
Yeah, Manny Machado 1 for 11 so far in the series. 0 for 6 last night with a walk. Had a fastball low. Machado in the American League hit .315 with 24 home runs, 65 runs batted in. His combined numbers, he's at .311 between the American League and the National League. Two balls and no strikes to Machado. And a strike, and it's 2-1. Arrieta now 32 years old, lifetime 95 wins, 62 losses. Check swing, 3-1. Max Muncy, who was 0 for 7 last night, is in the on-deck circle. That one's popped up foul just in front of us. And it's 3-2. Arrieta's allowed 11 first inning runs so far this season. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Peterson leads off first. He goes. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 4. Oh man, the throw goes into center field, and Peterson is just going to go on to third base.
Why is he throwing it on ball 4?
Unless he didn't hear Adam Hammery, the home plate umpire. I have no idea. It's almost as if he looked to stop. Not to make excuses for him.
The ball bounced.
I know. You know what? You're right. The ball bounced. He shouldn't even have to listen to it. You're right.
Yet another error behind Jake Arrieta.
It's 7 errors now for Andrew behind the plate. Catchers have 15. And an opportunity for the Dodgers to take the early lead. As Muncy takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Arrieta's allowed 16 unearned runs so far this year, which is tops in all of baseball. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Those first inning runs, the 11 he's allowed, 9 are earned. So 2 unearned runs in the first inning. But if you can manage your way through, maybe allow just 1. It's not bad.
You trade a run here for double play. The problem is Muncy just doesn't hit the ball on the ground. Last night 0 for 7. He had 2 strikeouts, but 5 fly balls.
Right.
5.
Which is what the Dodgers are hoping for here. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1-2. That is a beauty pitch.
That's what they're trying to do to Machado on that 3-2 pitch, but Jake spiked that one. It's a dandy there.
On the inside corner, strike 3 called. 1 out here in the first inning. Yeah, that'll bring Matt Kemp to the plate.
Little 2-seamer that runs back right on the line.
You know, you talk about those unearned runs that Arrieta has allowed. It's been 20 years since a Phillies pitcher has allowed as many earned runs as he's allowed. And Paul Byrd in '99 had 17. He did it in the whole year. And Arrieta's at 16. Kemp was a pinch hitter last night, and he swings at the first pitch out to right field. Williams is there, makes the catch. The throw is heading toward the middle of the diamond and is way off the mark. It'll be a sacrifice fly. It's 1-0 Los Angeles.
Could have gotten ugly.
Yes, it could have. At that point, you just throw it towards second base, right?
Yeah. There's no chance of getting Peterson at home plate.
Well, it was a late night last night. Everybody's got to rub their eyes, get the cobwebs out.
Depends on which way you look at it. Late night, early morning.
It was an early morning.
There you go.
Here's Alex Verdugo. And a fastball. It's 0-1. We left the ballpark last night, and there were folks just arriving to clean the ballpark. I mean, they did an unbelievable job. The staff this homestand with the day-night doubleheader, with all the rain that's been in the area. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second base on one hop is off Kingery and into center field. And Machado will go to third. Second error of the inning for Andrew Knapp. Verdugo falls right into the plate area, but he did not obstruct Andrew Knapp. Would you agree with that, Ben?
Yes, I would agree with that. And this is a situation here where you're not going to get Machado, so either eat the ball, and then on Scott Kingery's part, you got to realize that there's no chance you can pick that and swipe it and get Machado in time, so just try and block it. Knock it down somehow, some way.
0-2 pitch. Curveball off the front of the Dodger dugout. Well, it has not been a picture-perfect first inning for the Phillies defensively. Fortunately for Nick Williams, his throw did not result in anything. Little tapper back toward the mound. Arrieta's got it, and the inning is over. An unearned run scores for the Dodgers here in the first. They get one hit, 2 errors for the Phils. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Phillies coming up. As the Dodgers were taking the field in the bottom of the first inning, Chase took a peek up as he was taking throws beyond the second base bag. I don't think it's going to be the last cheer that you'll hear for Chase in this afternoon's ball game, getting the start for the second time in this series. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, Maikel Franco's been red hot. Thankfully for the Phillies, his .339 average and 5 home runs have put him among the leaders in baseball for the month of July. And he'll hit 5th behind Carlos Santana. They'll face the 23-year-old from Lexington, Kentucky, Walker Buehler. Pretty big prospect for the Dodgers, who's been up and down all year. And part of that, Ben, is because they're trying to limit his innings pitched this year.
Well, he's got a big arm. He'll sit about 96, change slider curve at Vanderbilt University. Not too good on the road, so maybe the Phillies can make him pay today.
Andrew Knapp leads it off. Cesar gets today off again. They're really trying to manage that foot, that sore foot of Cesar's. One ball and 1 strike. Adam Hammery is behind home plate today. Tom Hallion, who was behind home plate last night to start the game, left in the 10th inning because of a foul ball off the bottom of his mask, is doing better today. He has been checked out, and they are waiting another day just to make sure that there are no concussion-like symptoms. You know, it seems like he'll have a few days off just to get himself, you know, back on footing. So Phil Cuzzy is the crew chief, who I thought did a really good job last night taking over for Tom. And we hope Tom is feeling better. He's one of the nicer guys that you'll meet in this game. And quite honestly, I love his strike three call.
It's awesome. Awesome.
But not his first potential concussion as a home plate umpire. 3 balls and 1 strike to Knapp. And 3-2.
It seems to me that the helmets with the extra protection near the chin, seems like they're the helmets that always fall off.
Yeah, there's that extra weight, I think, that's causing it when they swing.
I mean, because Knapp didn't overswing right there.
I've had a lot of folks ask me about it, and that's the only thing I can think of is that there's not a balance weight-wise,
Right.
so that's why it's
a good point.
It's bouncing that way. Another foul ball. It remains 3-2. Today's game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language to the menu on your cable box. I asked Angel and Bill how it went last night in Spanish, and they said the same as it did in English. It was long. Down the left field line for Knapp. And out of play.
Did they answer you in English or Spanish?
They answered me in English. There's Bill and Angel. Well, that's a good shirt Angel's wearing today.
Yeah, it is.
It's usually safe for Larry Anderson to wear a shirt like that. That's a Larry shirt.
That is a Larry shirt.
That's a shirt any of us would wear. I don't even know who he is anymore. Another foul ball for Knapp. This is going to be an 11 pitch at bat at least.
Exactly what you want out of your leadoff man. I don't see a whole lot of catchers leading off, but Andrew can see some pitches.
Rhys Hoskins on deck. Again, 3-2. The 12th pitch of the at bat for Andrew Knapp. Fouls another one off.
Gotta tell yourself, stay within yourself, see it in quick hands. We have a battle going on.
Any thought that a young pitcher would throw something other than a fastball in this spot?
I wouldn't. It's his best pitch.
It is his best pitch. And a strike 3 called. He threw him a slider that was more like a cutter. And Andrew is retired after a 13 pitch at bat. 1 out here in the first. Hey, look at that. It's Christmas in July. Those look like big old snowflakes.
Frustrating though. You get that many to hit and end up walking back to the bench.
Yeah, 13 pitches, 8 foul balls for Knapp. Rhys Hoskins looking like Rudolph or Justin Timberlake. I'm not sure which. 2-0 pitch. And it's in there, 2-1. Hoskins 3 for 9 in the series, 2 for 5 yesterday. And he went around. And it's 2-2. Hoskins has hit in 4 straight games, facing Bueller for the first time. Outside, he went with a knuckle curve, and it's 3-2. So back-to-back 3-2 counts. In the air to left center field. Going back on it is Verdugo. It is gone! Rhys Hoskins has tied this ball game up. It's his 4th home run on the homestands. Number 18 overall. It's 1-1. The Phils and the Dodgers.
I said the other night, T-Mac, right man getting hot at the right time. How loud was that? We like some loud noises around here.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter off the bat, just based on the sounds.
Now, some may say the pop of a catcher's mitt is a good sound. This is get your foot down.
Yes, sir.
Best sound there is. Just replay that over and over.
So that's his 5th home run this year. With the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nice grab by the gentleman out there.
Right where you caught yours, big guy.
Yep. No balls, 1 strike to Odubel. And 0-2. Odubel's hit it 7 straight. His average at 278. He was 1 for 6 in last night's ball game. Hoskins now with 4 homers, as was said on this homestand, but it's 4 in his last 5 games. Inside, he checked. Oh, man. Oh, stop. Phil Cuzzy overreacting a little bit.
Yeah, Phil took exception to that, didn't he?
Yeah. Everybody's probably a little on edge. I didn't think he went. He didn't go.
No,
I mean, the upper body made it seem like it, but. Second strikeout for Bueller. Santana 3 for 11 in the series, 2 hits last night. Carlos at 211 with 15 home runs and 57 runs batted in.
You look at this inning, it's a win, right? You got Bueller about to throw his 27th pitch. He tied the ball game up. Get that pitch count up there, but the way these bullpens have been used the first couple nights.
That one is out toward the right side. Diving stop made by Kike Hernandez. And Santana will get a base hit.
Kike showing a lot of range. We saw him do this last night on a ball that Michael Franco hit. How far he's got a range to his left.
Franco bounces it foul. Franco last night was 2 for 5, 5 for 9 in this series against the Dodgers. Up and in. Love the slow-mo.
Like Neo in the Matrix.
Franco with 15 home runs, 50 runs batted in, and a foul tip. Foul ball. Nick Williams is on deck. Already 31 pitches for Bueller. That's 32, and it's popped up near the mound. Kike Hernandez was giving way to Machado, and then Machado looked at him, so he called him and made the catch. But the Phillies do tie it up on a home run by Rhys Hoskins, his 18th of the year. It's his 5th home run with the count 3 balls 2 strikes. 1-1 as we go to the 2nd. Well, the fans are on their feet because Chase Utley has been introduced by Dan Baker with Kashmir playing in the background. I thought what was kind of cool was Jake Arrieta stepped back beyond the rubber, and I know it's been 3 days of adulation for Chase. A lot of cheers, a lot of reflection for the fans. The Phillies players have handled it really well. That's in there, 1-1. There's Chase at the World Series parade. There were a lot of smiles on the faces of a lot of folks that you don't normally see smile during that parade. 1-2.
Just remember how beautiful day it was.
It was crisp.
Gorgeous. Getting the kiddos ready for Halloween.
Yeah, the dirt, and it's 2-2. Utley hitting .241 with a home run. He had a base hit as a pinch hitter last night, and he hooks that one foul.
39 years young, still has a quick bat. Amazing.
I read an article where he has talked about how he's had to make adjustments the last couple of years. He certainly made adjustments after the knee issues while he was with the Phillies. I don't even know if that has perked up as an issue for him at all. And he's down on strikes. Second strikeout for Arrieta.
That's something he said, I have to stay more active. He said, I just can't sit around. He goes, that's when things start to stiffen up. And he said, I always have to be moving, whether it be in the weight room or stretching on the bench.
I think that's the case as you get older.
Yeah.
But for an athlete, it's probably accentuated even more. Center field. Going back on it is Odubel. He has room. 2 outs. Austin Barnes, backup catcher for the Dodgers. Had a fastball. It's 0-1. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Valentin says he has it. And he does. Well, that was a very comfortable inning for Jake Arrieta. He sets the Dodgers down in order with a 9-pitch top of the second. We played 1.5. It's the Phillies 1 and the Dodgers 1. Our bullpen is nasty. I mean, everyone top to bottom is gross. We didn't even use Sir Anthony today, and he's one of our best guys. I don't know what the narrative is out there, but our bullpen is disgusting. I actually like that comment from Austin Davis. I mean, he's a young kid. He used a lot of young words and a lot of young descriptions, and he was a big part of the success last night for the Phillies in their bullpen. Murph, the Phillies couldn't have done it, obviously, without the work of the bullpen.
No doubt about it, Tom. And I love the fact that we can use words like gross and disgusting to describe something that is very cool and terrific happening out there on the ball field. But I'll tell you what, the 8 different guys came out of the Phillies bullpen last night, including Vince Velasquez, and they pitched 11 innings. They allowed 6 hits and 1 run in that. And they have been absolutely disgusting and gross and nasty in the month of July. How about an ERA of 2.54 in the month of July? That is best in baseball. That's coming off a month of June where they did struggle. 5.79 ERA in the month of June, but they have been absolutely terrific. And you know what? One guy that we haven't talked a whole lot about because he hasn't pitched a whole lot so far this season is Pat Neshek. But what about the job that he has done at Citizens Bank Park since being a part of this team last year? He's had 28 appearances here at Citizens Bank Park. He has yet to allow a run. An ERA of 0.00. 9 appearances this year, all scoreless here at Citizens Bank Park. We know he was an all-star last year, so just terrific. And I can say all of that because most likely we're not going to see Pat today, so I'm not going to jinx him by saying all that.
That's an excellent point on your part,
That's right.
Murph.
Yeah, see, I have a method to my madness. I'm gross and disgusting as well.
Yeah, today the Phillies added Jake Thompson to the roster, so he's in the bullpen for depth. Drew Anderson is back as well, even though he pitched last night. Probably won't see Tommy Hunter, and you got to give Tommy Hunter credit for what he did in last night's ball game, considering that he threw 2 innings the night before. I mean, that's a veteran who knew the team needed a little help and a little depth in the bullpen, and he really stepped up.
All the guys, I mean, they made their pitches when they needed to make them. They were excellent, just excellent.
1-1 to Kingery. 1-2 to Kingery. Lines from each bullpen you'll see there under some of the notes on the hitter. Dodgers bullpen 8 1/3, 3 earned runs. Phillies bullpen 11 innings, 12 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Out to short. Utley's up with it. Out to second, I should say. 2 outs. And here is Valentin. Valentin was 0 for 6 last night with 2 strikeouts. In his first start at shortstop. But he did work a walk in that 16th inning against Kike Hernandez. Oh, 2. And a breaking ball, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Bueller. Now the side is retired in order. We've completed 2 innings. We head to the 3rd. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Phillies 1. question, log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Ben, the question is, what player is tied with Duke Snider for the most RBIs in Dodgers postseason history? Duke Snider.
Duke Snider.
Wonderful man who went on to broadcast for the Montreal Expos with the great Dave Van Horn, who is now with the Miami Marlins. Top of the third here at Citizens Bank Park. Dodgers will head to Atlanta after this ball game. The Phillies head to Cincinnati. Dave Roberts' team is a half game up in the National League West. Arizona won yesterday. Colorado's 2.5 back. Phillies, meanwhile, with a win today, could add a half game on the Atlanta Braves, who are off. Phillies are 7 up over Washington. Washington takes on Milwaukee today. And 2.
It's a healthy cut.
Three career hits, 9 strikeouts for Walker Buehler. Ten career strikeouts. That's the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. And Jock Peterson's coming up. Phillies still have interleague games left on the road against the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, here at home against Boston Tuesday, August 14th, Wednesday, August 15th. Both those games are at 7:05. The Red Sox are the best team in baseball right now. You can get your tickets by going to Phillies.com.
Mookie Betts doing his thing again last night. He's got some bat speed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Man.
It sounds strange to say he has all that power and speed, but he's really not a big guy, but he is a strong guy. Betts has the best average in all of baseball, hitting .351. It's not even close. Jose Altuve is at .328. He's number 2. .351 to .328. 1-2 for the second at bat for Peterson.
We're discussing, obviously, the best player in baseball, Mike Trout, the other night. And I'm thinking, if I had to start a team, Trout would be my first pick. I'm torn for my second pick between Altuve and Betts. Who are you going with?
I'm going with Mookie Betts. For a couple reasons. The first one is that he provides so much at such a young age. Now, we say that, and Altuve is not over the hill by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know, Altuve has 1,300 hits in his career. Yeah, at this point, I'm taking Betts.
Okay.
Betts is only 2 years younger than Altuve. The only problem is that I have 2 outfielders. You have an outfielder and an infielder.
Right.
That's all right.
Be strong up the middle.
They can cover the ground.
Strong up the middle.
Put one in left center, one in right center. Valentin waits for it in shallow right field. 2 outs.
And Manny Machado is coming up. Machado went around. And a strike three call. 4 strikeouts for Arrieta. Nothing across for the Dodgers. Middle of the third. Dodgers won and the Phillies won. Baseball is brought to you by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Phillies staff put a lot of effort into decorating here for Christmas in July. I don't think we're going to have a white Christmas today, Ben. Hazy, hot, and humid this afternoon.
Sure is.
Bottom of the third, and Jake Arrieta leads it off. And he takes strike one. Arrieta 5 for 31 this year. I don't think Jake thought that was a strike. Floated out toward right field. Matt Kemp. A special hello to all of our authentic Phillies fans streaming today's game at work, at the beach, wherever you are. If you're not one of the thousands who stream, what are you waiting for? Download the NBC Sports app and take the Phils with you when you're on the go. Santa Claus has found his way out to left field. Andrew Knapp lifts it in the air way up there to right field. 2 gone here in the third. Well, that pitch count, which was such a problem for Bueller after the first inning, is not as much of a problem here in the third. Threw 32 pitches in the first inning. He's thrown 14 so far. One of those pitches was Rhys Hoskins, who tied this game up at 1.
A really good looking swing here and a center cut fastball. It went out as hard as it came in. Catch by that fan. Your home run replay brought to you by Giant.
So Carl just handed me this stat, which has been circulating. Here's StatCast AI, powered by AWS. 401 feet, 103.5 exit below.
How come it says 401 after it went over the 409 sign?
It was just to the left of the 409 sign. Just short of the 409. You want us to go mark it off? Where's Brandon? Brandon will go mark it off and see if the numbers are right. First Philly with at least 10 home runs with 2 strikes since Jason Worth did it. 14 of his 18 home runs this year have tied or given the Phillies the lead. See, there's 409, a little bit of an angle, Big Ben. A little bit.
Very slight.
It's at least 8 feet. If you marked a straight line from that mark right there to where the ball landed, it'd be 401 feet.
I'll take your word for it.
Off the other of the bat foul. It remains 3-2. We'll go mark it off after the game.
After we run the bases?
Yes. Off the hands, out behind second, and there's Utley. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bueller. Phillies go down in order for the second straight inning. Oh, things are happening out at the yard as we go to the fourth. Toner cartridges from WBMason.com. You know you're getting the real thing because WB Mason has been a brand you can trust since 1898. Some colorful shorts that young man's wearing. See Ben 401 to go over on an angle. Kids look like they're having a good time out at the yard as Jake Arrieta delivers a breaking ball for strike one. It's 0-1 to Max Muncy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Muncy went down looking his first time up. And it remains 1-2. Two and 2.
So did you indeed pack this morning like you said you were going to, or did you do it last night?
I did some last night and did the rest this morning.
What time did you get in bed?
2:50. Outside 3 and 2. Dogs needed a little attention when I got home. Gotta let them out. Yeah, there's ball 4. A changeup that just rode high. First base runner for the Dodgers since the Manny Machado walk in the first inning. Matt Kemp is coming up. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. And the highest batting average among National Leaguers in road games. And Kemp with a .349 average. He's almost a lock for the comeback player of the year. Out to shortstop on 1 hop. Kingery's got it to second for 1. Over to first. A double play. That is a Jake Arrieta special right there.
And truly a pitcher's best friend. There's that atom ball. See the run on that fastball? Defeating feeling running down first base. No, you get doubled up.
Arrieta now second in all of baseball in double plays induced. He's induced 19. Mike Leake is first at 20. There's a line drive to right field. Williams is back. Oh boy, misplayed it. And Verdugo is going to get to second base with a 2-out double. He just got too close to the fence. Now, if he had played it off the wall cleanly, I don't know if Verdugo would have tried for second or not, because he hit it so hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a slider cutter in on Verdugo, but
that was a weird angle off the fence.
These Dodgers take some hacks.
Here's Chase, who struck out his first time up. One ball and no strikes to Utley. That one's out toward right, not deep. Charging in Williams. And the Dodgers leave one in scoring position here in the 4th inning. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the 4th inning. Phillies won, the Dodgers won. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers and by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Taking a peek inside the Phillies press box where some of the scribes were all here last night. Roger was here. He's standing up, laughing up top. Matt Gelb, he's down the lower left-hand corner. We told him we'd show him today because he's going to bring us in some water in a little while. Scott Lauber, Todd Zolecki. You scan down there. See Kenny Ayers sitting in the seat. Kenny was here last night. Jim Hogan was here last night. Odubel struck out his first time up. 1 ball and 1 strike. This young man's got a very nice delivery.
He does. Works fast.
And a liner out to center field. And caught by Verdugo. 1 away. Carlos Santana's coming up. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. Santana reached on an infield hit his first time up. One and two. Dave Roberts talking to Rick Honeycutt. Justin Turner sitting between Roberts and Bob Guerin, the bench coach for the Dodgers. Outside and high, 2-2. Machado angles back, says he has it. And the third baseman for the Dodgers makes the catch. Machado will be playing third base until Justin Turner comes back off the DL. And Dave Roberts said it was no big deal.
Right.
You know, a lot of people wondered if Machado would indeed move over to third base, because he said that he wanted to play shortstop, which is what he was playing for the Orioles. It's a Gold Glove third baseman, though.
He is excellent over there. I mean, excellent.
Franco takes a strike at the knees at 96.
He's such a quick arm, doesn't he, Bueller?
Yes. They're just really sound mechanics. Slowly to the left side. Utley charges and has it. And a 4-3 put out. Well, after allowing the home run to Reese Hoskins in the first. Bueller has retired 11 of 12. We'll head to the fifth, get some ice cream, and be back. Eagles training camp opens today. Keep track of all the position battles, injuries, transactions, and more with all of our programs on air and online. No one covers your birds better than NBC Sports Philadelphia. Took a flyer on Kamar Aiken today. It's not a bad flyer to take. Might be able to help the wide receiver crew. Kike Hernandez takes strike one. And it's 0-1. And 2. Kike last night was 0 for 7 and got the loss in the game. Casper Wells did the same in 2013. 0 for 7 and got the loss. Cy Young in 1905 went 0 for 8 and got the loss. He pitched 20 innings that day. That's according to Elias.
Yeah, but he had a couple wins.
He did.
To his credit.
Yeah, he did. Is that why you got that award named after him?
What's his total number? 500?
511?
That's amazing.
Ground ball off the mound. Valentine. What the heck? That's going to be the third error of the game for the Phillies. You know, I don't know if he would have even had Hernandez because he didn't come charging after it. And Kike runs like Chase Utley runs up the first base line.
Yeah, he is sneaky fast, too. Jake probably thinking he probably should have gone after this ball. You got to attack the baseball here. Waits back on it. Just doesn't get a grip. Airmails it.
I mean, that was nowhere near the first base back. Third error of the game for the Phils, and here is Austin Barnes.
Jay could still see himself out of this, being in the bottom of the lineup. You know, there's nobody out.
Knapp picks it up, going to third is Hernandez. He is safe. Michael asked them to look at it. It looked like the glove was right on the bag. And now Sean Fakasny comes out to tend to Adam Hammery, the home plate umpire, as that ball got a piece of him.
That just knocked the wind out of him. Jake and Andrew getting crossed up here. Wow.
Wow, they did get crossed up, and the ball hit him right in the chest.
Goes off Andrew first.
Oh, man, under the mask.
Yep.
Hit him right in the throat. Having
trying to
trouble
get
just
air.
getting air, yeah.
My first year, 18 years old, I'm in the Pioneer League in Idaho Falls. I go down to block a ball, and I didn't tuck my chin. And same thing, it came up and got me in the throat. Didn't think anything of it. I finished the inning, I go back in the dugout, and I just passed out.
Really?
Just absolutely passed out. You know, it gets you up underneath in that windpipe area.
Well, it looks like he's being able to catch his breath.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, it went right under.
Yeah. So it gets you right up underneath,
Yeah.
and there's just nothing you can do.
And you're not really, there's no way to brace yourself or move at that point.
Yeah, I remember it was like it was yesterday.
Phillies are going to review it. It looked like Kike Hernandez slid right into the tag of Maikel Franco. See there, watch his hand. Looks like it goes right into the glove.
But what about his right hand?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it hit his right hand. Now, but it's hard. It is hard to see. I agree with that. Philly's been working over the last several months about receiving the ball and slapping the tag down. All right, here's the call. Phil Cuzzi will make it to the left, and he is out at third base. Well, that is huge.
And that's great that they're able to eliminate that runner. Not to sound petty, but that was a pretty good pitch. I know Andrew got crossed up, but it looked like it was kind of down the middle.
It was down the middle.
You know? I mean, that's right over the plate.
Oh, that is right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Can't review it, though, Ben.
Thanks, Tom.
I don't think Adam Hammer even remembers it. Well, it's a good thing he wasn't at third. Ground ball to shortstop. Kingery is up with it. 6-3 on the putout. Buehler takes a strike. It's 0-1. Curveball. Over to first base. Santana charges. The inning is over. Well, it didn't start out as a pretty inning for the Phillies, but the throw to third was able to help the Phils through it. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. We're still tied up at 1. Bank minor league report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Yesterday, Dylan Cousins hit his 15th home run for Lehigh Valley. Aaron Altair also had an RBI double. Reading defeated New Hampshire 5-2. Adam Hazley is just tearing it up. Lakewood defeated Greensboro. Jake Shiner 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Williamsport defeated Vermont. Danny Mayer 2-run home run. I think it's just a great sign that Adam Hazley is hitting like that in Reading for a number of reasons. Who knows? He could find his way all the way up here at some point. Well, there's Justin Turner relaxing in the dugout. He certainly would rather play for the Dodgers. It's kind of been a rough year for Turner, Murph, injury-wise.
It's been a rough year for Justin Turner, and in turn, that has really affected the Los Angeles Dodgers. You know, you talk about a guy who just is the guy that really makes this lineup go. That's what Justin Turner has been over the last couple of years. He's finished in the top 10 in MVP voting in the last 2 seasons. And, you know, he started the season on the disabled list because he was hit by a pitch in spring training. And out of the gate, Dodgers really struggled, as we know. How about this? With him in the lineup, they are 32-18. Without him, they are 24-27. 3 games under 500 without Justin Turner in the lineup. Now, you guys mentioned the fact that Manny Machado is here now to slide into third base. They certainly don't lose anything defensively there, but they would certainly like to have Justin Turner and Manny Machado in the lineup together. Right now, that's not going to happen. He's kind of on the mend from that groin strain. So Dodgers they're a different team when they don't have Turner in that lineup. Yeah,
he's really turned himself into an excellent player.
Yes.
They say when he came back this last time, he really wasn't himself. You can just see he wasn't able to drive the baseball. So Dave Roberts, he doesn't think it's going to be long, but then he says we're not sure because they got to get him right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nick Williams, who grounded out to Machado his first time up. Buehler is retired 10 in a row, 11 of 12. He's out of Vanderbilt, which has produced some pretty good pitchers, particularly recently. Since the 08 season, you got David Price, Mike Minor, Sonny Gray. Now Verhagen, they all thought would be a top-of-the-line pitcher. He still might be. You also got Dansby Swanson for the Atlanta Braves, not pitching, of course. And a strike 3 call. Just a fastball.
Yeah, some paint right there, down and away. You look at pitch cast here, where Barnes mid is.
He was on the Vanderbilt team that won the College World Series in 2014. Whoa. Kingery, second time he's taken one up and in. One ball and no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Down the right field line past Murph. Murph, what do you got going on down there? Are you using the ballpark app and ordering a beer or something?
That's not a bad. It's a little early. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep.
Don't think it ever stopped you.
Solid point. Where's my phone?
2 o'clock, Murph.
Kingery fights it off. That young lady is Probably not hankering for a cold beer.
Maybe a cold bottle.
I wonder whether she could use the ballpark at for. Kingery the opposite way. Kemp going back. It's over his head and into the seats. A home run for Scott Kingery. An opposite field homer, his 5th of the year.
Ball had some carry.
Sure did.
Goodness. What a short swing there by the Philly shortstop. It's remarkable that ball carried out. You look at the flags, it doesn't look like it's howling out that way, but just a short, compact, powerful stroke.
Hit the guy's arm. Huh. I wonder if the Dodgers are going to take a look at this. I thought it was headed to the top of the scoreboard. I thought it would be an extra base hit. Now, that angle there, couldn't tell whether his arm was over the fence or not.
I don't think it was.
Or it may have been high enough that it was, the ball would have still gone beyond the fence. Right now, it's Kingery's first homer since the 29th of June. Can't tell how far over he is. I think it was over the fence.
I do too.
I mean, I think it's just the way his arm was out.
Just glad a little kid didn't get hit with it.
Yeah. First base umpire is Phil Cuzzy. Which is the third base umpire is Phil Cuzzy, but he's the crew chief. Ryan Blakeney is the first base umpire. They've had a shift around the umpire crew today because of the injury to Tom Hallion. And here's the call. And a home run. There you go. Alfaro's making him flex his muscles after that home run. Well, that was a nice swing by Scott Kingery. 5 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Now the Phillies lead it 2-1. Here's Valentin.
And that wasn't a terrible pitch by Buehler. I think Scotty Kingery.
0-2. To the right side, and that's going to sneak into right field, a base hit for Valentin. And here comes Jake Arrieta, who flied to right his first time. Scotty's done everything the Phillies have asked this year. I know offensively his numbers aren't what he had anticipated in his rookie year. He thought he would be a super utility man, but has played shortstop just about every day since J.P. Crawford went down, or when they moved Crawford to third base after he came off the DL the first time. But he has done everything that they've asked him to do. He has gotten better at shortstop. There's no question. His arm is above average at shortstop.
Yeah.
But I think he's handled everything, and he's a quiet kid, but I think he's handled everything with such great maturity.
And baseball is such a volatile game in the fact that there's so many ups and downs, but he's handled them tremendously.
I think he really has. I do think that the influence of Rhys Hoskins helps.
Yeah.
I know Rhys is, still a young pup himself, but I also think it helps that Scott has a lot of other of his minor league teammates up with him now in the big leagues. He's just a really good kid. Arrieta takes, and it's 3-1.
And learning how to play a new position at the big league level.
(3-1) Arrieta. And he bunts toward third. It's a strikeout. 5 strikeouts for Buehler. And that'll bring Knapp up. Well, if you want to add to your collection of bobble figurines, we got a great one for you. Just in the way it's set up. I mean, look at that right there. It's the Brad Lidge bobble figurine. They'll be giving out to all fans when the Phillies take on the Miami Marlins on Sunday, August 5th. It's all part of the celebration of that weekend, alumni weekend, but the celebration of the 10th anniversary of the great Phillies team in 2008 that won the World Championship. Go get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. And plan for that whole weekend. You have Friday, Victorino, retirement. Saturday is the Wall of Fame induction. The late Roy Halladay will be inducted alongside of Pat Gillick. And you're going to see a lot of your favorite players from '08, from Ryan Howard to J-Roll to Victorino to Lidge. Carlos Ruiz is scheduled to come back. I mean, if that doesn't get you to the ballpark. And a line to right field by Knapp. That's going to be in for a base hit. A one hop off the scoreboard. Valentine's to third. Dusty Wathan's going to wave him. Chase Utley's throw to the plate is too high. It's an RBI for Knapp, and it's 3-1 Phils.
Very aggressive base running, aggressive waving by Dusty Wathan there. It's all about knowing the situation here. Walker Buehler's been throwing the ball exceptionally well today. Not too many opportunities you're going to get off him. There's 2 outs. You realize this ball down the line. You realize who's taking the throw, and Chase Utley, not known for his great arm. Take advantage of it. Not a strong throw by Kemp. Valentine very efficient around the bases.
He never broke stride.
No. A high throw. Jessamel scores easily.
And Andrew fired up. It's a double, an RBI, and goes to third on the throw. Hoskins homered his first time up. He popped out his last time. They're going to walk him intentionally to face Odubel Herrera. So that means they're going to probably bring in Scott Alexander, the lefty who's warming up. And here comes Dave Roberts. Buehler's at 90 pitches. And Alexander, who will now appear in his 3rd game in this series, will take over for the young right-hander. So a pitching change here in Philadelphia. The Phils with a 3-1 lead and an opportunity to get some more. The season, join the postseason chase with a second half ticket pack. The pack includes 6 remaining 2018 home games, postseason access, pre-sale opportunity for the potential to purchase 2 postseason tickets to Citizens Bank Park, and priority access to 2019 season tickets. Order your ticket pack now at Phillies.com or by calling 215-463-1000. Scott Alexander is on for the 3rd time in this series. And Odubel Herrera will hit.
We get another 2-out tally here.
Outside corner, and it's 0-1. Odubel is 0 for 2. 1 ball and 1 strike. Freddie Freeman is the best hitter in baseball, lefty on lefty this year. He's at .360, which is staggeringly good. But Odubel's number 11. That's in all of baseball. He's hitting .294 against left-handers with 7 extra base hits. A slugging percentage of .451 against left-handers. And ball 4. He'll walk to load the bases. And Carlos Santana will be the hitter. Well, Dave Roberts has rolled the dice here. He opted to have Alexander face Herrera instead of Buehler face Hoskins. He has added a pitcher to the bullpen in Pedro Baez. But just like the Phillies last night, the Dodgers bullpen was burdened.
Yeah.
Santana 1 for 2.
Happened to Dodgers last night. Dave Roberts brings in a lefty in to face Nick Williams, walks him. Same thing here. Bring a lefty in to face Odubel and you walk him.
Nice catch, Marco. Nice catch.
Oh, 2 to Carlos Santana. Runs outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies trying for their 34th victory at home. They've won 7 of their last 9 games here. They have the best home winning percentage in the National League. Brewers are second, and the 3rd best in all of baseball. It sounded like the old Citizens Bank Park in this series in the last couple homestands. And a line drive base hit to right center field. That's going to scoot toward the warning track. One is in. Hoskins is in. Odubel's being waved home. Hernandez's throw to the plate is not in time. It's a bases clearing double for Santana. And the Phillies lead it 6-1.
Flat out hustle there by Odubel, and again, aggressive third base coaching here by Dusty Watson. You have a couple run cushion, you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. But what a nice at bat by Carlos Santana. Wow. Go with it. Just a really good piece of hitting by Carlos. Not going to see a lot of guys score from first base on a ball that doesn't reach the warning track. Just an excellent job, and good strong throw there by Kike Hernandez, but a little too late.
Out to center field. Verdugo's under it. 9 men have come to the plate in the inning. The Phillies score 5 runs. And by the way, they've adjusted the scoring on Santana's hit. It is a 3-run triple. Kingery started the scoring with an opposite field home run. Knapp then doubled, Santana then tripled. And the Phils lead it 6-1. Week positioned themselves at the top of the division coming out of the All-Star break. The starting rotation has been solid all season, led by their All-Star Aaron Nola. Patience at the plate has shown its rewards, while the bats have thrived at times, delivering key hits on their way to a first half 53 wins. Gabe Kapler's first season has been bold and successful, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Santa Claus is here, Ben.
Yeah, he is.
Fanatic is very excited. We all are. He's going to give Santa Claus a Fanatic doll. Here is Jock Peterson to lead off the 6th inning. Carlos Santana, 3-run triple. 0-1 to Peterson. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. There's Caleb Ferguson, who didn't pitch last night, but I guess was available.
He had pitched 3 innings
He
on
did.
Sunday in
Correct.
Milwaukee.
Maybe that's why.
50-some pitches he threw.
Yeah, that could be why. In fact, that had to be why, because he was unavailable last night, and we didn't know if it was because of an injury or not, because there was some speculation that somebody was banged up. Mere speculation, Ben. Line drive. That's a fair ball down the right field line. And it hits the half wall in a very awkward way. Peterson will stop at second base with a leadoff double.
It's it off the end of the bat.
That's a really interesting bounce.
Yeah. Boy, he's on fire, isn't he, Peterson?
He is. It's 8 hits in this series, 8 for 14.
Wow.
6-1 Phillies here at the top of the 6th. Manny Machado is 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, struck out his last time. Swing and a miss. Just challenged him. Two. Arrieta today has struck out 4, but helped out with a double play. But it's only fair because the Phillies committed 3 errors behind him.
It's what you do when you can do it. You pick up your teammates. That's what Jake has been able to do today.
And a strike 3 called. 89 on the slider. Second time he's gotten Machado. It's 5 strikeouts overall. And Max Muncy is due up.
Movement is good, but it's really good when you get late movement. And that's one thing that Jake has had today. We've seen it with the sinker. The slider's been very good, and the changeup fading down and away to lefties.
Muncy 2 for 11 in this series. Fouls it down the left field line, slicing over the tarp or past the tarp. I tell you, he has something because the ball jumps off his bat.
It does.
I mean, that wasn't even hit on the sweet part of the bat. But some of the balls that he's hit in this series.
Yeah. A home run to dead center.
And began the year in AAA and has 23 home runs and 45 runs batted in. That'll go foul, Ben.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but Jake can pretty manageable pitch count right now. Get through this inning, even get through the 7th. Think about what that would do to the bullpen. And obviously this game is far from over, but going to a ballpark in Cincinnati where some guys might be used. It's a very small ballpark.
Well, and don't forget, Ranger Suarez is making his major league debut tomorrow. Phillies will start a lefty for the first time in a long time. Knapp keeps it in front. 2-2.
Muncy's last at bat had a 1-2 count and worked a walk.
That one spun foul to the Hall of Fame club. Hey, by the way, a reminder, we mentioned it before, Saturday, August 4th, when the Marlins are in town, it's Toyota Phillies Wall of Fame night, honoring Pat Gillick and the late Roy Halladay. Special pregame ceremony. It's going to be emotional.
Yeah.
Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. Two and two to Muncy. Fouled another one off. Matty Machado not pleased about some of his at-bats, I would think, today. Out to left field. Hoskins going back to the wall, and it is gone.
Just said it.
Opposite field home run. It's now a 6-3 game. That's Muncy's 24th home run.
His ability, I noticed this when we were in LA. His ability to foul off pitches. Live to see another one. Uncanny ability. And then finally gets one he can handle and he drives it. I mean, not a terrible pitch. If anything, it's a little elevated, but it's an outside corner. Muncy knew it right away.
Well, now Matt Kemp, is 0 for 1. And he takes a strike, 0-1. That was a 7-pitch at bat. 4 foul balls. A bit high. In Milwaukee, the Nationals have taken a 3-0 lead. They did that in the top of the first inning. Daniel Murphy had a 2-run single. 3-1 to Kemp. Three and 2. Over to third, a foul ball past Chris Woodward in the third base coach's box. The young lady's day has been made. Six runs on 6 hits for the Phillies, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Dodgers. And a strike 3 call. A slider that front doored Matt Kemp. 6 strikeouts. Kemp's not happy about it. And here comes Verdugo.
Take a look.
He's close to the line. Adam Hammery is the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes to Verdugo. Just a bit outside, 2-0. Verdugo doubled his last time up, and he hit a topper back to the mound his first time to the plate. Popped it up, and that'll be out of play. I think you're right. I think the Phillies would like to get one more out of Jake. He's at 91 pitches. He's thrown 26, which is the most in today's game in this inning.
Right.
To the right side, and a base hit for Verdugo. So he's 2 for 3. And now Chase Utley is coming up. No, Rick Kratitz is going to go to the phone. I would think Jake Thompson will be the first one up, but it depends. If they just need one out, maybe they go with somebody else like Arano. Kratitz is going out to talk to Arrieta. All right, so it is Arano who is going to warm up in the bullpen. Victor pitched last night. He went 2 innings in last night's game. So I said maybe it's just if they want somebody to get through this inning or attempt to get through this inning. Utley is 0 for 2 today. And he pulls it foul. Chase winding down his major league career at the end of this season. He's been to 3 World Series, 2 with the Phils, won 1, lost the other 2. Postseason career, an OPS of over 910 home runs, including that 2009 postseason, that World Series where he was just unbelievable. Fly ball left center field. Hoskins is there. He'll call off Odubel, and the inning is over. 2 runs do score on the 2-run home run by Max Muncy. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Phillies with a 3-run lead over the Dodgers. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Phillies on top 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Time for T-Mobile, built for baseball. And watch as Odubel Herrera and his time from first to home.
The league average 11.19. Odubel makes it 11.34. It was fast enough.
I think Arrieta may be done, by the way.
Yeah, they were coming over shaking his hand.
6 innings. As Caleb Ferguson will take over for the Dodgers. They've made a double switch. With Ferguson coming in, Kike Hernandez moves from shortstop to second base, and Chris Taylor comes in to play shortstop. There's Kike, who's played in every position in his career except for catcher. And Nick Williams against Caleb Ferguson hits it right at Chris Taylor. 1 out. And now Kingery. If it is the last inning for Arrieta, and it looks like it is because Arano is continuing to warm in the pen. 6 innings, 5 hits, and 3 earned runs. Or I should say 2 earned runs. The run in the first inning was unearned. Ferguson's numbers, the 3.71 ERA. Two balls and 1 strike to Kingery, who homered his last time up. He's 1 for 2. That one is hooked out to left field. Going back on it is Peterson, and he reaches up and makes the catch right at the base of the wall.
Thought it had a chance there for a second. Just didn't completely get it on the barrel. So just off the end. But a good swing.
Two outs. Trevor Plouffe, the man of the hour last night.
This morning.
It all runs together. One and two. Teed fouls it back. Caleb Ferguson is a 22-year-old who is from West Jefferson, Ohio. Dodgers took him in the 38th round in the 2014 draft. Paid off for him.
Sure did.
Supposed to go to West Virginia to play baseball.
Big fan of Morgantown, is he?
I guess so. back over the screen. It remains 2-2. $35,659. 35,000 yesterday. 33,000 and change the day before. Some nice numbers. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Valentine strikes out. Ferguson works a 1-2-3 6th inning. We have completed 6. We will head to the 7th with the Phillies leading the Dodgers by 3. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. The Phillies put 5 runs on the board at the bottom of the 5th inning. Carlos Santana 3-run triple, home run by Scott Kingery as well. Jake Arrieta went 6 innings. He struck out 6, and he'll give way to the bullpen. The bullpen needs to get 9 outs today, and it starts with Victor Arano, who pitched 2 scoreless innings yesterday. He was part of that Phillies bullpen that also included Vince Velasquez, who pitched a scoreless top of the 16th inning and got the win. And Arano will face Kike Hernandez. Austin Barnes and Yasmani Grandal come out of the on-deck circle. And then Chris Taylor, who came on as part of a double switch. First pitch outside, it's 1-0. Well, with a double switch earlier, Chase Utley exited quietly from this ball game in what is probably, or what is his final regular season game being played here. There could be a chance for postseason appearance if the Dodgers and the Phillies face each other in this year's postseason.
Chase is a very stoic individual, but he's got to have a lot of thoughts running through his mind right now. He's got to. He's human.
1-1 to Kike. And it's 2-1. I do think he opened himself up a little bit these last few days, more than we've seen. Now for us, I mean, we do get a chance to see Chase away from the field, and we do hear, you know, different things that he says about his teammates when he was with Philadelphia, the crowd, everything like that. But I think he opened himself up to the fans even more. He did so many interviews this week.
He did. Very accessible.
And I think he even said it in his press conference. He said, you know, in some way, shape, or form, you know, I wish I was a little bit more outgoing when he was here in Philadelphia. I think everybody reflects when they get older about things they could have done a little bit better.
But you know what? That's him. He can't change the spots on a leopard.
Hernandez waves at the slider. 1 away. Tyler Kepner from the New York Times, I thought, wrote a very good story that I believed appeared in the Times yesterday. as Yasmani Grandal will pinch hit. And it included comments from Clayton Kershaw about what Utley brought to the Dodgers and also what he saw from the Phillies fans after day one here in Philadelphia and the way they showed their appreciation for Chase. Grandal takes strike one. It's 0-1. In that story, Tyler talked to Phillies owner John Middleton. And John had some great comments about Chase, what he means to him and what he meant to the city. 0-2. Obviously, Kershaw had those comments as well. And it also, you know, alluded to the possibility that he could be in the Hall of Fame one day. So many people think he should be. He and J-Roll from that 08 team. Ground ball to first base. Nice big hop for Santana. 2 outs. And with 2 away, it'll bring Chris Taylor up. Anyway, I thought the whole week the Philly fans handled themselves in the way that you would expect. Such appreciation, and I think he showed his appreciation back.
Absolutely.
Still remember when I first started with the Phillies, I was writing stories for the magazine, the Phillies magazine, which comes out still. And I had to write a story on Chase. And I still remember our sit-down interview, and I'll never forget when we talked about him diving every which way, him sprinting from home to first like Pete Rose. And he said back then, and he didn't miss a beat, he said, I never want to look back and think that I couldn't have tried a little bit harder to make a play. If I didn't, and all of a sudden there's a play that I could have made, I would have great regret. Now I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially said, I wasn't going to take a chance not to go 100%.
Yeah. Well, he's a mirror guy. He looks at himself in the mirror and says, this is what I need to do. And I can't look at myself in the mirror if I don't do these things. They're the kind of teammates you want. Guys that own up to when they mess up.
1-2.
Guys that are accountable. And that's what Chase was. And continues to be.
Well, and I really appreciated it. I don't know how the fans feel. I'm sure they felt the same way. I really appreciated a lot of the really solid writing this week from people about Chase, his career, what he's meant to Philadelphia. I thought they provided just such a great, refreshing history lesson on what not only Chase meant, but also what Jimmy meant, what Ryan meant, what that 08 team meant to everybody.
And they really did feed off each other.
2-2 pitch to Taylor. Swing and a miss. He got him with the slider. And Victor Arano with a 1-2-3 top of the 7th inning. Time to stretch here in Philadelphia with the Phillies on top 6-3. Time for our Coors Light refreshing finish. Jake Arrieta, 6 innings today for the Phils.
Gave up 3 runs, just 2 earned. A very good late movement. Good run on this sinker here to Kemp for the 6-4-3 double play. He was good. Just got 1 pitch up to Muncy there in that 6th inning. Muncy took him up top for 2-run homer, but Jake Arrieta was very, very good. Just what the Phillies needed.
Yasmani Grandal stays in the ballgame to catch for the Dodgers. Cesar Hernandez will pinch hit for Arano. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Adam Morgan is warming up. Liner foul. Arrieta had 22 foul balls today. 11 of those foul balls came in his last inning, and a lot of it was Muncy. Muncy had 5. Another one fouled away by Cesar, and it's 2-2. And a strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Ferguson, and back to the top of the order for Andrew Knapp. Knapp had a RBI doubles last time and then scored. Had a pitch inside and low, 1-0. One ball and 1 strike. Fouled away. 1-2. Off the glove of Grandal. Knapp's double was his 6th of the year. RBI was his 15th. His average now is at 239, and that may not seem like a big deal, but Andrew has really worked hard to get that average up.
Yeah.
He didn't have a whole lot of at bats, but his average was under 200. He's also come up with some pretty big hits. He's hitting .328 over his last 24 games with an OPS of over 1,000. Rhys Hoskins up next. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Out front. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ferguson. In fact, he's got 3 in a row. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. All right, Ben, here we go. What player is tied with Duke Snider for the most RBIs in Dodger postseason history? The great Duke Snider.
Great Duke Snider. I can only think of two players that come to mind. Gil Hodges and Roy Campanella.
Oh, boy, going old school.
Being a former catcher, I'm going to go with Roy Campanella.
Roy Campanella is incorrect. This name will surprise you.
Not Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez is not right. By the way, Duke Snider, 36 games. He had 11 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Wow. In the postseason. Murph, you got a guess?
You know, I think it's someone much more recent. So I was going to say Bellinger.
Bellinger is incorrect. It is somebody much more recent. And we have talked about him in this series. Bellinger, by the way, 9 RBIs last year in the postseason. Duke had 26. This guy, the Dodgers could really use this guy.
Justin Turner?
Justin Turner is correct.
Wow.
And the Phillies have just been struck out in order here in the 7th. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Ferguson. We go to the 8th. The Fanatics up to something. We'll be back. Your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Well, it is Christmas in July. The Fanatic is taking it from one end to the other. Time now for our Hyundai Christmas gift of the day, Ben.
That's the play of the game right here. It's cross-up between Jake Arrieta and Andrew Knapp, and Andrew Knapp has his wits about him just to fire a strike. No other throw could have gotten Kike Hernandez here, and that was the first out at third base. Phil Cuzzy overturning it. That is your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Adam Morgan will take over for Victor Arano, who pitched the scoreless 7th inning. Arano 2 strikeouts. Sir Anthony is warming up in the bullpen. 0-1 to Jock Peterson. He's had a heck of a series. Morgan, 4.94 ERA. He pitched an inning yesterday. He allowed a run. And a bunt to the right. Morgan's throw in time. That's a good play. Peterson actually threw the bat out toward the baseball on that one. 1-3 on the putout. Machado's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. Time for the Major League Notebook presented by the University of Maryland, University College. An injury and a trade to tell you about. The trade first, and the Red Sox have traded for Nathan Eovaldi from the Rays. They've had had some injuries lately in their starting rotation, so they decided to get a little depth. They traded away for prospect. They got Nathan Eovaldi back, so he will help them, the best team in baseball right now. And the injury, well, that's to the New York Yankees, who are chasing the Red Sox. How about Gary Sanchez? They say today is going to be out for about a month, maybe even longer, with that groin strain. The Yankees catcher has been dealing with that. Late August, they are targeting for Gary Sanchez's return. So that is big news for the New York Yankees, guys.
Now it's tough to replace Sanchez's power, although he's not having the same year because he's been banged up. Romine's played really well in his absence. He really has.
He's a very good catcher.
And Sanchez the other night made that last out where he shouldn't have been out. The Yankees would have tied the game. It was because of the groin, he said, as Machado shoots one toward the vacant hole on the right side. And he is aboard with a 1-out single. But Romine has filled in nicely. Eovaldi hasn't been bad this year for the Rays, so he should be pretty good for the Red Sox. 3-4, an ERA of 4.2, 4.26, averaging about a strikeout per inning pitched. What if he throws that same pitch again? Every time a Phillies pitcher reaches 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Knapp sets up outside the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got it with a breaking ball.
Beautiful slider there.
Yep, 2 outs, and here comes Gabe Kapler.
See, Adam wants to stay in this game. Keeps throwing sliders like this. It's filthy.
So Morgan will check out after 2/3. Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming in with 2 outs in the top half of the 8th inning. Mets. That's a 6:05 first pitch. After the game, stay for a free post-game concert featuring ACM award-winning band Old Dominion. Your game ticket is your concert ticket. Go to Phillies.com/Old Dominion for more information.
Might stay around afterwards for that one.
They're great.
Really good up-and-coming band.
First pitch off the glove of Knapp. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Outside, 2-1 to Matt Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 3. Dominguez appeared in the first game of the series, allowed 2 runs in a third of an inning in the 9th inning in a tie ball game. Fouled back, it's 2-2.
He had 3 walks in that one.
Yeah, he even said after the ball game, he said, listen, I recognize that even the best pitchers will have tough days. He said, I just had one of those days. With the dirt, gets away from Knapp again. Machado will go to second base. At a wild pitch. Puts a runner in scoring position with 2 men down.
Slider down. Again, the catcher's just not getting over top. I think the biggest problem is not getting their chest square to the ball. So if you have your chest angled, obviously it's going to deflect and go off to one side or the other.
And another one gets by Knapp. That's ball 4. That'll be another wild pitch. And a walk. And that puts runners on first and third.
Nothing you can do on this one.
Just a fastball
Yeah,
spike.
That's do or die. Either you pick it or you don't.
Verdugo fouls it away. It's 0-1. Verdugo represents the tying run. He is 2 for 3 today. He has singled, doubled, and in his first at bat, he tapped one back to Arrieta. Outside. Two and one. Fly ball, center field. Odubel's on the run. Out toward the wall. Makes the catch. A step from the Toyota side. Woo! The inning is over. No runs. One hit. 2 men left and a long fly ball out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Now bet for our Toyota turning point. We go to the 5th inning.
Yeah, this is just a good piece of hitting here by Carlos Santana, going with the pitch, driving it to right center. Bellinger tries to cut it off. I'm sorry, Verdugo tries to cut it off. He does, but enables all 3 runners to score. And Odubel from first base. The Phillies have those 6 runs. Big triple there for Carlos Santana. That was your Toyota turning point.
All right, Ben, how about how far Odubel had to go to make this catch? He covered 106 feet, and he caught it, I would say, what, 2 feet from the wall?
Yeah. I think that ball just got in enough on Verdugo. Just enough.
Yeah, that would have tied this ball game up. Pedro Baez, just off the disabled list, will take over on the mound. Baez, a 3.23 ERA. Swing and a miss by Odubel. Odubel today is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out to center. Takes at the knees, and it's 0-2.
I just don't know how you can give a pitcher a strike like that. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it was a good pitch. Stays alive, fouls it.
But he's doing it on more and more consistent basis. You know, if that drastic leg kick, obviously he's hit with it his whole career. But it begins to get into a situation where you can't get it on time. You have to change it.
Upstairs. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Because these guys are too good to be giving them strikes, because in the hole they will put you away.
Well, that is true.
These guys are too good.
Ground ball foul.
It's just a different ball game with the arms coming out of the bullpens these days.
That one's out toward left center field. Verdugo is in to make the catch. And one out here in the 8th inning. That brings Santana to the plate. We just showed you Santana had one of the key bats, if not the key at bat in this ball game. Carlos fouls it. Phillies trying to win today, and it would be their 57th victory of the year. Incredible. Would also be win number 13 here in the month of July. Scott Kingree's home run has helped the cause today. It's high, 1-1. Last night, Trevor Plouffe's home run helped the cause. By the way, today is the anniversary of Cole Hamels' no-hitter at Wrigley Field back in 2015. 1-2. Hamels walked Dexter Fowler to begin the game, then retired 17 in a row at one point. Ryan Howard homered in that ball game. Odubel put on an Odubel display in center field, looking like the Peanuts character Pigpen at the end of the game.
There's dust flying everywhere.
Everywhere. Inside, 2-2. Ball 4. Santana draws the walk with one out. So we flash you back to that day in 2015. Cole Hamels, he was on top of his game. Shadows really helped. Michael make a nice play there. Gets Fowler looking. Carlos behind the plate. This is the last play of the game. Look at a Pigpen. Dust flying everywhere.
What a day.
It was pretty neat. Look how young some of the players that are on this current team look there. Michael, Aaron Nola, who pitched in that series as well. Cesar, There's Aaron, fresh off his outing last night. Broken back ground ball, softly hit to shortstop. Taylor has it. He'll go across the diamond to get Franco. And up to second base goes Santana. 2 outs. Michael's streak is going to wind up coming to a close. He said it's 16 of 17.
You say how young those players look back then, and Aaron Nola already 25. Some bright futures here, T-Mac.
Yes, sir.
Avery, this is the lucky one. This is the little one that popped that last one out for you.
That one goes right past Grandal. And Santana gets the third. All right, now this young man has been yelling all day long because he wants a ball. He's already gotten, I think, 2. She wants a fist bump from Scott Kingery. Yeah, let's go. That one's looped down the left field line. That's going to be trouble. It's going to drop for a hit. A run will score. No man's land. An RBI single for Williams. 7-3 Phillies.
About it, huh?
Williams with his 37th RBI.
No man's land is right, but this is what, that pass ball by Grandal enables you to do, because if Santana was on second base, he would have had to go halfway and he wouldn't have been able to score. Take that back. There's 2 outs. So he would have scored.
If there was 1 out, bet he would have had to go halfway. Here's Scott Kingery. Kingery is 1 for 3. He homered back in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
But another walk scores nonetheless.
Yeah, the walk to Carlos Santana, who has now walked 78 times this year. Check swing, doesn't matter. Called a strike, 0-2. Here's the swing back in the 5th inning for Kingery.
Again, not a terrible pitch, but Scotty does the right thing, goes with it, and gets rewarded.
And a foul tip, and the inning is over. But the Phillies, you can never have enough insurance runs. Get an insurance run on the looping single by Nick Williams. We'll go to the 9th. It's 7-3 Phils.
Top of the ninth here in Philadelphia. Phil's looking to lock down win number 57. Then when that's all said and done, off to Cincinnati for a 4-game weekend series with the Reds. First 2 games start at 7 o'clock. Ranger Suarez making his major league debut will pitch for the Phils against Tyler Mahle. Nick Pivetta and Anthony DeSclafani will pitch on Friday night at 6:30 Eastern time on Saturday. It'll be Vince Velasquez and Matt Harvey. And then on Sunday, getaway day, 1 o'clock, Zach Eflin and Luis Castillo pitching for the Phils and the Reds. But guys, this one's not over yet.
No, Sir Anthony Dominguez needs 3 outs. Murphy's got Cody Bellinger, the pinch hitter, to deal with first. Bellinger hitting .244 with 17 home runs, 44 runs batted in. He fouls it off Knapp, and it's quickly 0-2. Phillies will go to take on the Reds. As Murph just said, the Reds are not an easy team right now, and haven't been for a while since Jim Riggleman took over. Now the 0-2 pitch to Bellinger. He fouls it again.
That Reds team can swing the bats.
Could be the last half inning that we see Chase until the postseason. And a dribbler up the first base line.
I see that division going down to the wire as well.
The West?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I'll not count out the Rockies.
Well, the Dodgers have made the move to get Machado. Will anybody else make any other moves? And a strike 3 call. Bellinger's down looking, 1 away here in the 9th inning. Well, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Matt Kemp has been a pleasant surprise for the Dodgers.
Pitch cast. That's just straight dart at 98.
The young outfielder who was just called up, Alex Verdugo. A high chopper to third. Kike Hernandez retired by Franco. 2 outs. Coming up after the ball game, Michael Barkat and Ricky Metallico standing by to chat about this one. A quality start for Jake Arrieta despite the defensive hiccups behind him. And some big hits, including Carlos Santana's. That's Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live, coming up next. Grandal takes outside. Outside. A bit high. And ball 4. Grandal walks. And Chris Taylor is coming up. Second walk issued by Dominguez. This after issuing 3 walks in game 1. The man is human, Ben.
That he is indeed.
Taylor hitting .255, struck out in his first at bat. And it runs inside, 1-0. And Knapp out to the mound just to chat. Runner goes, pitches a strike. That's the movement that you talk about when you think about Sir Anthony Dominguez, a four-seamer that really started on the inside part of the plate and just right to the middle.
Yep.
And it's not purposeful. He doesn't do it on purpose to cut it. Just the way it naturally cuts.
He has been blessed, that's for sure.
Two balls and one strike to Taylor. 3 balls and 1 strike. Velocity is good. He was at 97 on that one. He was at 98 on a pitch earlier. He hit 100 in the last inning. Three and 1 with 2 outs. 3 and 2 with 2 outs. 35,659. As the Phils try to take the series from the Dodgers, gain a half game on the Braves in the division. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. After using 9 different pitchers last night, the Phillies have used 4 here today. Arrieta started with the first 6, then Arano, Morgan, and now Sir Anthony. And the 3-2. And a strike 3 called. The ball game is over. The Phillies win it 7-3, and they take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. Sir Anthony Dominguez earns the save. Boy, this has been a heck of a 12 hours for the Phils. They win in 16 at 1:15 a.m. I guess you could say it's been a heck of a 14 hours, and they win today 7-3 to take the series.
Win every series you can.
34th win at home. Last season, the Phillies reached their 34th victory on the 19th of September. This team has been an amazing turnaround. And what a joy to watch. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Carlos Santana, a single, a walk, a 3-run triple. Chase Utley is lurking in the dugout. There's a lot of cameras on him as he is wandering around the dugout. His last regular season game in this ballpark. He has meant so much to this organization, and particularly this organization as it shifted to this park. He'll say one final goodbye to John Middleton. Chase is a little grayer than when he first stepped onto a playing field. Still has the same shape, still has the same look. He'll say goodbye. Now he waves to the Phillies fans. I got to tell you, that's really cool.
Yeah. All these folks waiting around.
Well, forever the man. That's Chase Utley. But this young team is starting to build its own book of success, chapter after chapter, including today. And one of those guys that had to hand it in today is Scott Kingery, who's down on the field.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, starting to rewrite their chapter, or this group of players, and Scott Kingery. Again, once again today, it just seems like this team figures out a way to win. The 5th inning started with your home run. Carlos added the big hit as well, and it just keeps compounding, and you figure out a way to win.
Yeah, I've said it before. You know, I think we feed off each other, and you know, when we see someone get a big hit, we just want to follow up with our own big hit. So, you know, it's something we've done all year, and like you said, we just keep finding ways to win.
4-2 on this homestand. You take both series over the Padres and the Dodgers. When the Dodgers came here, everyone was talking about this is a test for this team. Well, obviously you guys passed the test.
Yeah, you know, they're a solid team. They've been playing really well, and you know, for us to come out here and play like we did, and we had a chance to win all 3 games, and you know we hung with them, and pitching was outstanding. Hitting got the job done, and you know that's great momentum for us.
34-18 here at Citizens Bank Park this year. What is it about playing at this place? It's so important to win at home. You guys are doing it.
I don't know, the fans, you know, the energy, and just, you know, being back at home. There's something special about it. So, you know, for us, we just keep getting it done here.
Before I let you go, you and I just stood and watched what just happened over there with Chase Utley. All week long, you guys have been watching the love from the fans for Chase Utley, and I know you guys appreciate it too. What do you remember most about Chase Utley?
You know, it's the style of play. Yeah, you know, there's nothing like seeing someone hustle like that and just go so hard every time he steps on the field. And, you know, for me, I think that's the way I always remember him as a player.
Well, we appreciate your time, Scott. Thank you. Congratulations. See you in Cincinnati, guys. Back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you. Our W.B. Mason deliveries of the game. We go to the 5th inning, and Kingery starts it off with his opposite field home run.
He just slaps this home run. It's far enough. He gets on over the fence. That put the Phillies up 2-1, and Andrew Nat with this ends up being a double. Ends up at third base. That scores Jesmel Valentin. And then the big blow by Carlos Santana, a bullet. And I mean a bullet to right center. Verdugo cuts it off, and that plates 3. Odubel all the way from first base. It was really the hit of the game, T-Mac. Phillies able to add on a bonus run in the 8th inning, but that is your W.B. Mason deliveries of the game.
Well, Chase Utley saying one last goodbye to the folks here in Philadelphia during the regular season. Maybe we see him again in the postseason. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.